Nuʿmān ibn Thābit ibn Zūṭā ibn Marzubān, also known as Imam Abū Ḥanīfah, was the founder of the Sunni Hanafi school of fiqh. He is also considered a renowned Islamic scholar and personality by Zaydi Shia Muslims. He was often called the Great Imam. Like childhood, Abū Ḥanīfah was born in the city of Kufa in Iraq, during the reign of the Umayyad Caliph Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan. His father, Thābit bin Zūṭā, a trader from Kabul, Afghanistan, was 40 years old at the time of Abū Ḥanīfah's birth. His ancestry is generally accepted as being of Persian origin, as suggested by the etymology of the names of his grandfather and great-grandfather. The historian Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi records a statement from Imam Abū Ḥanīfah's grandson, Ismail bin Hamad, who gave Abū Ḥanīfah's lineage as Thābit bin Nuʿmān bin Marzubān and claiming to be of Persian origin. The discrepancy in the names, as given by Ismail, of Abū Ḥanīfah's grandfather and great-grandfather, are thought to be due to Zūṭā's adoption of the Arabic name upon his acceptance of Islam, and that Mar and Marzubān were titles or official designations in Persia, with the latter meaning émigré, referring to the noble ancestry of Abū Ḥanīfah's family as the Sasanian Marzubāns of Kabul. Those stories maintain for his ancestors having been slaves purchased by some Arab benefactor are, therefore, untenable and seemingly fabricated. There is a discussion on being of Turkish or Persian origin, but the widely accepted opinion, however, is that most probably he was of Persian ancestry from Kabul. Adulthood and death. In 763, Al-Mansur, the Abbasid monarch, offered Abū Ḥanīfah the post of chief judge of the state, but he declined the offer, choosing to remain independent. His student Abu Yusuf was later appointed Qadi al-Qudat by the next Caliph Harun al-Rashid. In his reply to al-Mansur, Abū Ḥanīfah said that he was not fit for the post. Al-Mansur, who had his own ideas and reasons for offering the post, lost his temper and accused Abū Ḥanīfah of lying. "If I'm lying," Abū Ḥanīfah said, "then my statement is doubly correct. How can you appoint a lie to the exalted post of a chief Qadi?" Incensed by this reply, the ruler had Abū Ḥanīfah arrested, locked in prison, and tortured. He was never fed nor cared for. Even there, the jurist continued to teach those who were permitted to come to him. In 767, Abū Ḥanīfah died in prison. The cause of his death is not clear, as some say that Abū Ḥanīfah issued a legal opinion for bearing arms against al-Mansur, and the latter had him poisoned. It was said that so many people attended his funeral that the funeral service was repeated 6 times for more than 50,000 people who had amassed before he was actually buried. On the authority of the historian Al-Khatib, it can be said that for full 20 days people went on performing funeral prayer for him. Later, after many years, the Abū Ḥanīfah Mosque was built in the Adhamiyah neighborhood of Baghdad. The tomb of Abū Ḥanīfah and the tomb of Abdul Qadir Gilani were destroyed by Shah Ismail of Safavi Empire in 1508. In 1533, Ottomans reconquered Iraq and rebuilt the tomb of Abū Ḥanīfah and other Sunni sites. Generational status. Abū Ḥanīfah is regarded by some as one of the Tabi'in, the generation after the Sahaba, who were the companions of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. This is based on reports that he met at least 4 Sahaba, including Anas ibn Malik, with some even reporting that he transmitted hadith from him and other companions of Muhammad. Others take the view that Abū Ḥanīfah only saw around half a dozen companions, possibly at a young age, and did not directly narrate hadith from them. Abū Ḥanīfah was born 67 years after the death of Muhammad, but during the time of the first generation of Muslims, some of whom lived on until Abū Ḥanīfah's youth. Anas bin Malik, Muhammad's personal attendant, died in 93 AH, and another companion companion, Abul Tufail Amir bin Wathila, died in 100 when Abū Ḥanīfah was 20 years old. The author of Al-Qa'irat al-Hisan collected information from books of biographies and cited the names of Muslims of the first generation from whom it is reported that the Abū Ḥanīfah had transmitted hadith. He counted them as 16, including Anas ibn Malik, Jabir ibn Abdallah and Sal ibn Sa'd. Reception. Abū Ḥanīfah ranks as one of the greatest jurists of Arab civilization and one of the major legal philosophers of the entire human community. He attained a very high status in the various fields of sacred knowledge and significantly influenced the development of Muslim theology. During his lifetime he was acknowledged as a jurist of the highest caliber. The honorific title Al-Imam al-Azam was granted to him both in communities where his legal theory is followed and elsewhere. According to some, Abū Ḥanīfah's followers make up at least 1/3 of the world's Muslim population. Some estimate the figure to be over 1/2 of the population. Abū Ḥanīfah also had critics. The Zahiri scholar Ibn Hazm quotes Sufyan ibn Uyayna. The affairs of men were in harmony until they were changed by Abū Ḥanīfah in Kufa, al-Bati in Basra and Malik in Medina. Early Muslim jurist Hamad ibn Salama once related a story about a highway robber who posed as an old man to hide his identity. He then remarked that were the robber still alive he would be a follower of Abū Ḥanīfah. Outside of his scholarly achievements, Abū Ḥanīfah was recognized as a man of the highest personal qualities, a performer of good works, remarkable for his self-denial, humble spirit, devotion and pious awe of God. His tomb, surmounted by a dome erected by admirers in 1066, is still a shrine for pilgrims. Early Islam scholars. Works. Kitab al-Athar narrated by Imam Muhammad al-Shaybani, compiled from a total of 70,000 hadith. Kitab al-Athar narrated by Imam Abu Yusuf Alam al-Muta'alim. Musnad Imam al-Azam. Kitab al-Rad al-Qadara. Disputed fiqh al-Akbar, which some historiographers claim has been incorrectly attributed to Abū Ḥanīfah. Citations